every day, every hour. When the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
This is Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Hello and good morning. This is the World News on your premium talk radio. Today, 95.1 FM. I am Annie Abdul Salam. In the headlines, Labour Party in River State criticizes Governor Nyesom Wike over commissioning of markets and internal roads. Kaduna State Government promises to secure release of 6 kidnapped schoolgirls in Chukun local government area. And President Muhammadu Buhari to present 2020 budget next week, Tuesday. And on the foreign scene, United States reopen embassy in Mogadishu, capital of Somalia. And now the details. River State Governor Nyesom Wike has said he is driven by the need to promote and defend the state. Governor Wike said this while addressing newsmen during the inspection of the ongoing construction of Modern Child Hospital in Port Harcourt. He also disclosed that Julius Berger has started the process of preliminary works for the 3 flyover bridges at Garrison, Artillery and Rumokoro in Port Harcourt. Meanwhile, the Labour Party in River State says commissioning of markets and shops by the state government will not take the state anywhere. State chairman of the party, Prince Favour, made the observation during a media briefing in Port Harcourt. Favour said market construction and renovations and repairs of internal roads in the state should be left for the local government councils, while the governor should focus on industrialization of the state through agriculture. He said it was unfortunate that the government was spending huge sums of money commissioning markets while the world is moving fast on digitalization.
To go for markets and shops. These are the work of local government, and that we want the governor to focus himself on capital development, something that can add color to the state, and allow the local government to handle market and shops and amendment of road. These are the work of local government. So the governor should focus on capital development. You should know that Rivers State is a one-source state. Everybody depends on oil. And that's why we are calling on the governor to, as a matter of urgency, focus fully on mechanized agriculture, because that is what the world is looking for. We can go for agriculture and create a lot of jobs for our teeming youth, the people that are crying. I think agriculture can open up the space for them to actually participate. And that's why we want River State to supply food to the world. River State is in a place where we can supply any kind of food. So that is where we want the governor to focus in this second tenure.
The party, however, commended Governor Nyesom Wike for heeding to its call for the appointment of commissioners by sending the commissioners' nominees' names to the Department of State Service for profiling. In another development, Ipoama and Opoama communities in Ogbolo local government area of River State appears to be the worst hit by the flooding that ravaged some communities in the state. This is because about 90% of the residents are reported to have fled their homes, with several buildings submerged by the flood, as confirmed by the Chief Whip of River State House of Assembly, Evans BP, during his visit to the affected communities. BP appealed River State government and other relevant authorities at all levels to quickly intervene to save lives and properties of the people, declaring his readiness to make accelerated appeals to the state and federal government agencies in charge of relief materials for urgent intervention. He further promised to formally appeal for shore protection of all coastal communities, which he assured would be made to the appropriate quarters to avert possible reoccurrences. Commercial drivers have called on passengers to be more vigilant when boarding commercial vehicles. This is coming at the rate of the popular one-chance kidnapping act gets on the rise. Some commercial drivers who spoke to our correspondent Ifunanya Ogbeme Ndukwe noted that both men and women are involved in the crime, as they often disguise themselves as real drivers They, however, advise passengers to, as much as possible, avoid getting into conversations with strangers in vehicles, as it could be one of their ways of hypnotizing their victims.
There are men and women, not only men. You will see them. Some of them will just tell you they are going on job, and before you know it, they come in various ways. In a taxi cab, just see them, they will just pretend as if they are taxi driver. On the long run, they will just stop you. Before you know it, you enter inside their car.
It's only God that protect us. Because the experience brought one woman. He entered the motor. The girl now asked him that, "Sister, I beg help me. This perfume why I bought, is it okay?" And the sister now pressed the perfume for the girl, the woman hand, and the woman perceived the perfume. She don't know where he's there again. The lady, they tell the woman that we are not a ritual, not a key person about the issue of this country. So my dear, this type of thing is prayer. And before you enter, watch well. And if you enter, not always discuss with the people that you don't know, because through them, the charm now gets you.
In the meantime, Acting Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Lelejima Akwagaga, has expressed commitment to developing the Niger Delta through investments in agriculture. Akwagaga said this during a stakeholders meeting of the Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprise Life ND project held in Port Harcourt. The acting MD of NDDC, who was represented by the Director of Special Duties in NDDC, Nusa Agbonogiadsede, said the program supports the agricultural policy of the federal government to create a framework for unemployed youths and women in rural areas.
Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises Niger Delta Life ND has an overall goal of realizing a transformed rural economy in Niger Delta, from which the rural population can derive prosperity and equal benefits. Life ND is planned with a financing gap of 6 years. That's both the first phase of 6 years with parallel finance from NDDC to the tune of $30 million, and an additional 6 years to be financed in the future by other partners or an additional IFAD loan.
On his part, NDDC's Director of Agriculture and Fisheries, George Ero, said the project has a 12-year plan to be implemented in 2 phases of 6 years each, adding that areas of commodities include cocoa, rice, plantain, oil, palm, cassava in all the 9 Niger Delta states.
The women representation will be 50% and the men representation 50%. And now this program is to be driven from the local level. Now, in a nutshell, what is this program all about? It's a situation whereby at the local level, after we finish our meeting today, from various communities, apprentices will be brought on board. Now, the program is focusing on 7 commodity areas. The 7 commodity areas the program is focusing on is cocoa, rice, plantain and banana, cassava, aquaculture, then poultry. And now, drilling down, each state is supposed to concentrate on 3 areas, 3 core areas where they have comparative advantage. Because we appreciate the fact under the program that what may be comparative advantage commodity in River State may be different in the 2 states. So states will be given the opportunity to take 3 commodity areas.
Our correspondent reports that the agricultural program, which is being funded by International Fund for Agricultural Development, will receive counterpart funding from the federal government, the NDDC, and the Niger Delta states. In the meantime, a federal high court sitting in Port Harcourt will, on the 10th of October 2019, mention the suit filed by 5 Nigerians against the Attorney General of the Federation, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senate President, National Assembly, Niger Delta Development Commission, and the Acting Managing Director of NDDC. David Biameza, Tamuno Opobo Benjamin, Peter Zubike, Harold Winnie, and Clinton Ofuegbu, who claim to be indigents of Niger Delta region, also joined the clerk of the National Assembly, NDDC, Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, and all newly executive board members and representatives of the various states in the commission to the suit on constitution of new board and members of the commission. The plaintiffs are seeking the order of interlocutory injunction against the National Assembly from screening or confirming the newly constituted NDDC board. When the matter came up in court, one of the respondents' counsels informed the court that they have not been properly served, following which the presiding judge, Justice A.T. Mohammed, ordered that parties be properly served and thereafter adjourned the matter till the 10th of October for mention. Our correspondent reports that the matter was first assigned to Justice James Omotosho before being assigned to a new judge, Justice A.T. Mohammed. Justice Hilary Oshoma of the Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has adjourned to the 4th of November 2019 for mention on the fundamental human rights suit by Professor Andrew Efemini against the University of Port Harcourt, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ndowa Lali, and 11 others. Professor Efemini approached the court for interpretation on what he described as an infraction in the laws and rules of University of Port Harcourt, which borders on the setting of committee to investigate, suspend, and deny him all his rights by the management of Uniport. Counsel to the respondents, G.J. Okorigwe, drew the attention of the court on the motion for extension of time, which was unopposed by the counsel of the plaintiffs, O.C. Higher King. Okorigwe also informed the court of his preliminary objection served to the plaintiff in court, which includes jurisdiction of the court to hear the matter, the suit being statute bar, and the claimant not paying the appropriate fee for his prayers. Speaking to newsmen outside the court, counsel the plaintiff, O.C. Higher King, explained the prayers of his client and the proceedings in court.
Prayers are so many. I cannot but to encapsulate them in one. We can just say infractions of the university laws, his personal rights, and several others. We want the court to interpret some of the powers that the present Vice Chancellor has taken to himself. Whether does he have such power, setting up of committees, suspension of a fellow professor without due process. That issue. Well, the procedure today is that the other lawyer has not served us what he ought to serve us. So he filed a preliminary objection and a counter affidavit to our application. So we have to adjourn for us to respond 4th of November 2019.
Our correspondent Uchendu Ejowo reports that G.J. Okorigwe, who is counsel to the University of Port Harcourt, the Vice Chancellor, and 11 others declined to speak on the matter. Kaduna State Government has made efforts. Kaduna Government says efforts are on to free the 6 abducted students and staff of Engravers College, Kakodaji, in Chikun local government area of the state. Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs Samuel Arwan gave the assurance in a statement circulated to the media. Arwan said the state government condemned the action, which he described as despicable and also unfortunate intrusion of crime into the life of young students and the staff teaching them. Suspected kidnappers abducted 6 students and 2 teachers from a private secondary school in Kaduna State. Public Relations Officer of the Kaduna State Police Command, Yakubu Sabo, had, while confirming the incident, said the abduction took place in Kakodaji village in Chikun local government area of the state. Sabo said the gunmen invaded the school through a porous fence in the early hours of yesterday and went straight to the female hostel and abducted the students. You're listening to the World News here on Today 95.1 FM. After the break, we'll be back with more stories. Just stay with us.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Welcome back. You're still listening to the World News here on Today 95.1 FM. It's 20 minutes after 7. The 2020 budget will be presented next week, Tuesday, by President Muhammadu Buhari. This is according to the Senate spokesman, Senator Adedayo Adeyeye, who addressed newsmen at the National Assembly complex in Abuja. Adeyeye said the zeal of the National Assembly, the 2020 budget will be passed before Christmas break, and implementation will take place between January to December. To this end, report says President Buhari will on Saturday preside over an extraordinary Federal Executive Council FEC meeting. The Senate has passed the 2020-2022 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper. The lawmakers passed the planning documents following a debate that lasted about 2 hours on the floor of the Senate. The Supreme Court has struck out the appeal of candidate of Hope Democratic Party, Chief Ambrose Owuru, against the election of President Muhammadu Buhari. The Apex Court struck out the appeal on the grounds that Owuru and his party engaged in gross abuse of court processes by filing 2 notices of appeal contrary to the provisions of the law. In a unanimous decision of the Supreme Court read by Justice Mary Peter Odili, the court held that the appellants failed to appeal against the August 22 ruling of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, which struck out the petition for being incompetent. Justice Odili upheld the argument of the counsel to President Muhammadu Buhari that of the Independent National Electoral Commission and Lateef Fagbemi, counsel to the All Progressives Congress, that the two appellants embarked on a journey aimed at misdirecting the court by filing two notices of appeal and simultaneously used the two notices to formulate grounds of appeal contrary to the provisions of the law. The court, having upheld the preliminary objections of the three respondents to the appeal, said the HDP's appeal has nothing to stand upon and consequently struck out the appeal. Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari and Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa have vowed to put in place all measures needed to prevent a reoccurrence of xenophobic attacks on Nigerians and other foreigners in that country. This was contained in a joint communique issued by both leaders at the end of their meeting in Pretoria, South Africa. President Ramaphosa briefed President Buhari on the recent incidents of violence affecting foreign nationals living in his country, while acknowledging that the attacks on foreigners were not consistent with the values principles underpinning the country's constitutional democracy. The South African leader, however, dispelled the notion that incidents of violence affecting foreign nationals were targeted at Nigerian nationals, saying other foreign nationals and South Africans were also affected. On his part, President Buhari condemned the attacks on Nigerians and expressed profound gratitude for the warm reception and hospitality accorded to him and his delegation. He also invited his South African counterpart to pay a reciprocal visit to Nigeria on a date to be jointly agreed and communicated through diplomatic channels. Earlier in the day, President Buhari had called for the protection of Nigerians and other foreign nationals living in South Africa while condemning the xenophobic attacks in Johannesburg, South Africa's capital, which led to the looting of shops owned by foreign nationals.
Mr. President, we have condemned in the strongest terms attacks against Nigerians and other African nationals living in South Africa, the looting of their shops and businesses and burning of their properties. We call for the strengthening and implementation of all the necessary measures to prevent the reoccurrence of such action, which threatens to undermine not only our strong bilateral relation, but also what we stand for.
The national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Adams Ashomole, has said the Nigerian borders with neighboring countries should remain closed until they comply with ECOWAS protocols. Ashomole stated this when he paid a solidarity visit to the office of the Comptroller General of Nigerian Customs Service, Hamid Ali, in Abuja. He explained that his party is strongly in support of the border closure and all other reforms being carried out by the service. And on the foreign scene, the United States said that it has reopened an embassy in Somalia's capital 28 years after it was shut as the country plunged into civil war, highlighting warming ties between the two nations. Washington closed its embassy during the 1991 overthrow of President Saeed Barre's military regime, which ushered in decades of chaos. However, diplomatic relations have strengthened in recent years. A permanent diplomatic presence was established in Mogadishu in December 2018, however, was operated out of Nairobi. In sports, Tottenham midfielder Dele Alli and Manchester United midfielder Jesse Lingard have been left out of England manager Gareth Southgate's squad for the Euro 2020 qualifiers away to the Czech Republic and Bulgaria. There is a first call-up for defender Fikayo Tomori, while his Chelsea teammate striker Tammy Abraham has also been picked. Meanwhile, Manchester City's right-back Kyle Walker has been omitted. Everton midfielder Fabian Delph has also been recalled, but Liverpool midfielder Alex Chamberlain misses out. Addressing his decision to leave out Oxlade-Chamberlain, Ali and Lingard, Southgate said Alex has only had a couple of games. And now to end the news, here is a summary of the major stories. The Labour Party in Rivers State has criticized Governor Nyesom Wike for commissioning markets and internal roads as major projects. Kaduna State government has promised to secure the release of the 6 kidnapped schoolgirls and 2 of the teachers in Chukun local government area of the state. And we told you that President Muhammadu Buhari is expected to present the 2020 budget next week, Tuesday. And on the foreign scene, you heard that the United States has reopened its embassy in Mogadishu, capital of Somalia. And that was the news as edited by Victor Zama. For comments and inquiries, please call 081-5341-8657 or 081-4434-3502. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. I am Annie Abdul Salam. Thank you for listening. So have a good morning.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
It's 27 minutes after 7. You're listening to Today 95.1 FM. Lisa from Audible Properties is here. Lisa, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, listeners. A beautiful morning to all listeners. Today is TGIF, yes, which means tomorrow is Saturday. Inspection time. And we'll be running the Independence Day promo, which is actually going to end on the 8th of this October. And Wednesdays and Saturdays are for inspection. But if you want to key into this Independence Day promo and be able to get those discounts, then it means tomorrow is the only time you actually have to come for inspection because the promo is ending on the 8th. So which properties are we actually going to inspect? We are going to inspect different properties. We have different properties on ground, whether you want for the luxurious purposes or you want for the investment purposes. You get to see all these properties and then you choose which you best love, yes, which connects to you more, let me put it that way. Yeah, for the luxurious properties too, sometimes people just be like, oh, I already have a house, what am I actually going into a luxurious estate to acquire more? Yes, you could do that for business purposes too, because there are some companies that may be looking for a guest house for their staff or, you know, expatriates or something. You could just also buy those houses for, you know, those purposes where you buy it and then you let it out. That's still money coming in. That's still another part of the real estate, which is the commercial I sometimes talk about. So you could also key into that. Or you could still buy it for yourself. Okay, maybe you don't stay in Port Harcourt or you know somebody, you could still buy it for yourself. When you come around, you go there with your family. Or you want something like that. You don't have it yet. You don't live in that kind of houses. You want to key into those type of environment where it's secured, well-gated estates, secured estates, where you also have like a clubhouse inside, the recreational center inside. You want to key into that. Yes, you could do that because we've got one in GRA, we've got one at Obirikore. So yes, you could come check the two out and then you decide for yourself which you best prefer. Now for the investment plots, yes, beautiful areas where you need to, in a short while, you'll be like, oh, I was hearing people talk about this on radio. I was thinking is don't sit on your seat and think. Come out and do the inspection by yourself. Then you can go ahead and do investigations. Oh, are they real? I hope I won't have issues tomorrow if I buy it today. Yes, because it's your money. You're trying to invest. So you need to be able to ask all those questions. Now, for the three promos we're running is our Skyview Layout Phase 2, which is at Omagwa, and it's for 1 million naira. But because of the promo we're running, which is going to be ending on the 8th, you could get it for 800,000 naira. So yes, and the property is in a layout, so which means you could actually build according to your own specifications. In our estate, there are specifications, but this is a layout, so you can buy as much as you want, fence and keep, and do build whatever you'd want to in the near future, or you resell. That's still okay. And as we speak, actually, they're tying the road straight down to the phase 1 of this property, and the phase 1 is just opposite the phase 2. And also, you have our Quiet Heaven Layout Phase 2. That's for 1.5 million naira. And for now, you could get it for 1.3 million naira up to the 8th of October. Yes, and it's a total of 450 plots. The roads have been opened up already. Electric poles have been drawn in. Slab for the transformer has been made because it's going to have a transformer. And major roads, we're tying it thanks to the rain. But you see these things on ground. And you can get it for 1.3 now before the promo is ended, which is on the 8th of October. Now, the last we have on the list is our Treasureville Layout, which is just off Igritali School Road. Okay, and it's actually for 800,000 naira, but because of the promo, yes, you could get it for 650,000 naira. 650,000 naira, and all this is going to end on the 8th of October. So if you want to go for inspection, you want to go and check out these properties, if you want to go check out the luxurious properties, the one at Obirikore and the one in GRA too, you could still give us a call, okay? Because you get to choose, do you want a landing there, or you want the terraces, or you want a semi-detached duplex, or you want a detached duplex, yes, our office is at Inyewele in Sirim Layout off Tombia Extension GRA Phase 3. It's not far from Mandela Car Wash. It's not far from Liverpool Hotel. Or you can call me Lisa on 070 62641169. Or you text I'm interested, or you call, yes, anyone,
Right.
and I'll call. And that's 070 62641169.
All right, Lisa, thank you so much for coming on board.
Thank you.
All right, and that wraps that segment up. Stay tuned. Sports Attack comes up shortly.
Let's talk football. Let's talk football.
What a devastating strike!
Football is a leisure game.
Sports is actually my job.
Football is boring.
That's not true. It's way more important than that.
What a wonderful goal! Fantastic strike!
As far as I'm concerned, sports is all about passion.
Sports Attack, weekdays 7:30 a.m. and Today's Sports Live 3 p.m. Weekends 1 p.m. to 6 p.m.
For all you need to know in the world of sports, leave the dial on Today 95.1 FM.
For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Sports Attack on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. My name is Adekuri Odwaya, Nigerian first ever world silver medalist in wrestling.
A very good morning and welcome to another thrilling edition of Sports Attack, reaching you live from the studios of your premium news talk and sports radio station, Today 95.1 FM, right here in the Garden City of Port Harcourt. My name is Victor Oriahi, and I am set to fly you through the most recent happenings in the sporting world, beginning quickly, of course, from athletics, where Nigeria's shot put record holder, talking about Chukwuebuka Enekwechi, made history yesterday by becoming the first Nigerian man or woman to qualify for the final of the event in the history of the IAAF World Championship. The USA-based Enekwechi threw 20.94 meters, 4 centimeters above the 20.90 meter qualification mark set by the IAAF with his second and final throw of the evening after opening with a rather mediocre 20.12 meter to seal his spot in the final. The double African champion will now be looking to become the first man to make the podium when the final is held at the Khalifa International Stadium in Doha, Qatar on Saturday. Enekwechi will, however, need to throw above the 20.80 meter personal best and national record he set last August in Luxembourg 6. Meanwhile, 4x100 meter relay teams will begin their quest for a return to the podium 22 years after the men's quartet of Osman Ezinwa, Olakpade Adenike, Francis Obikwelu and Davidson Ezinwa ran 38.07 seconds to become the first and so far only 400 meter relay team to win an IAAF World medal with their silver medals effort at the Olympic Stadium in Athens, Greece in 1997. On Friday in Doha, the quartet of Divine Oduduru, Raymond Ekewo, Ishekiri and Shehu Ogunlewe will attempt to return Nigeria to the final 12 years after the country last made an appearance. They will, however, have to run faster than 38.59 seconds they ran in Rabat to win the silver medal at the African Games last August to stand a chance of picking one of the 3 automatic slots on offer. Over now to basketball, where the 2019 NBBF Men's Premier League season dunks off from October 13 to November 30. The men's league will see teams divided into the Atlantic and Savannah conferences for a round-robin league format. The first phase of the Atlantic Conference will hold in Akure, while Savannah teams will converge on the indoor sports hall of the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria between October 12 and 22. The second phase will take place from November 2 to 12, with all points scored in the first phase carried over. Top 4 teams in each conference will qualify for the National Final 8 from November 24 to 30. Oluyole Warriors of Ibadan, Customs of Lagos, Rivers Hoopers of Port Harcourt, Kwara Falcons of Ilorin, Hoops and Red of Lagos, Delta Force of Asaba, Police Baton of Lagos and Raptors of Lagos are some of the teams that will be competing for honors in the Atlantic Conference. Others include Dodan Warriors, Icelanders, who hope to rekindle their rivalry alongside newly promoted Invaders, Coal City and Akure Raiders. In the Savannah Conference, Kano Pillars, Bauchi Nets, Gombe Bulls, Kara Stars, Defenders of Abuja, Niger Porters, Mark Mentors, Plateau Peaks, Nigeria Army of Zaria, and Benue Braves are the 10 teams that will make up the conference. According to the NBBF president, Engineer Musa Kida, exciting times await teams, players, fans, as well as keen observers of the league, with the federation in discussion with prospective sponsors. According to him, he says, we are trying to create a robust system that will translate to a win-win situation for all. We are currently at an advanced stage of discussion with interested parties who are thinking of investing in the men's league, with our ultimate goal of getting the various leagues back on TV. The league champion will qualify to represent Nigeria in the inaugural Basketball African League, to be organized by NBA in conjunction with FIBA Africa. And of course, with that story, we move over to football. What the Nigerian Football Federation has described as shocking reports on the evening of Thursday that former Nigeria under-20 and under-23 captain Isaac Promise had died. NFF General Secretary Dr. Mohammed Sanusi said the federation and indeed the entire Nigerian football was greatly saddened by the report, coming less than 48 hours after two women footballers of Nigerian Women Professional League side, Police Female Machine FC of Uyo, were crushed to death by a hit-and-run jeep driver after a training session in the Akwa Ibom state capital. Quoting, he says, this has been a tragic week for Nigerian football. Isaac Promise was a very disciplined, energetic, and committed and patriotic player who gave his all every time he put on the green and white. We do not know yet the cause of death, but we mourn his untimely passing at such a young age. Our prayer is that Almighty God will grant his soul eternal rest and also grant those he has left behind the fortitude to bear the big loss. Promise was captain of the Nigeria under-20 squad that won the 2005 African Youth Championships in Benin Republic with a flourish, and also finished as runner-up at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in the Netherlands the same year, losing narrowly to Argentina in the final. He also captained the Nigeria Under-23 team that won silver medals at the men's football tournament at the Beijing 2008 Olympics, again finishing second behind Lionel Messi's led Argentina. Also, in the Nigeria Super Falcon, the hosts, talking about the Les Femelles Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire, battled African champion Super Falcons of Nigeria to a goalless draw in their Tokyo 2020 Women's Football Tournament African second round first leg qualifying match in Abidjan yesterday. The encounter saw both teams creating several opportunities but failing to put the ball in the net, with Nigerian captain Asisat Oshoala spurning two excellent chances to win the game for the Falcons. Super Falcons youthful goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie was again in superb form, thwarting the Ivorians and ensuring a respectable result for Nigeria ahead of the return leg at the Agege Stadium in Lagos on Monday. Nigeria's midfielder Amarachi Okoronkwo was given the marching order in added time of the second half of the match. The Falcons delegation will return to Nigeria today, and the team will immediately begin preparation for the return leg encounter. Elsewhere, of course, in the European scene, Arsenal spear Emre Aubameyang has taken to Twitter to hit back at claims that the Gabon striker only left Borussia Dortmund for money. The claim was made by Dortmund chief executive Hans-Joachim Watzke in an interview for a German newspaper. Watzke had been talking about the future of England player Jadon Sancho, who is in his third season at Dortmund, when he made this pointed reference about his club's former player. Quoting him, he says, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who plays great at Arsenal, will probably be warm-hearted when he looks at his bank account, but on Wednesdays he will be saddened when he has to watch the Champions League on television. In his reply, Aubameyang referred to the departure of France forward Ousmane Dembele in the summer of 2017, who was sold from the German club to Barcelona for £135.5 million. He says, better for you, I never talk about why I really left Dortmund, Mr. Watzke. You are such a clown. I remember that time you said we were never going to sell Ousmane Dembele. Then you saw more than £100 million. You were the first to take that money. Don't talk about money, please. Leave me alone, please, he added. The 30-year-old moved to Arsenal from the German club for a fee of £56 million in January 2018. Elsewhere, Tammy Abraham and Fikayo Tomori have both been included in England's squad for the European Championship qualifiers against Czech Republic and Bulgaria by the Three Lions manager Gareth Southgate, with Nigeria now set to miss out on the duel. Despite having earned two senior England caps in friendlies with Germany and Brazil in November 2017, Abraham is still eligible to play for Nigeria. The forward's inclusion in the squad confirms his decision to also represent England at senior international level. The 22-year-old has enjoyed a blistering start on his return to Chelsea, scoring 7 goals in 7 Premier League appearances, just one less than top scorer Sergio Aguero. Abraham, who scored his first Champions League goal on his 22nd birthday against French club Lille on Wednesday, says it's an honor to be wanted by both Nigeria and England.
For me, it's an honor, to be wanted by, Nigeria and England. It's an honor. It shows that I'm doing something right. But for me, I take my time with my decision. I just keep doing my thing on the pitch. For me, it's always a nice feeling to know that you're wanted by both. I love both countries, and for me, like I said, just keep doing the right thing on it.
While Tomori is enjoying a successful breakthrough season at Chelsea following a loan spell at Derby County last season, the 21-year-old has made 4 Premier League and 2 Champions League starts for Chelsea and scored his first goal with a spectacular strike in a 5-2 win at Wolves in September. Tomori is a Canadian-born defender, has previously featured for his country of birth at under-20 level, but has since gone on to earn 15 caps for England under-20s, winning the Youth World Cup in 2017 and 15 caps for the under-21s. With that, we move over to Europa League. Where Manchester United failed to have a single shot on target in an uninspired showing and have now failed to win in their past 10 away games. But manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer saw the game positively and focused on penalty he felt his side should have had when Stijn Woutens brought down Marcus Rashford with 10 minutes to go. The referee did not award it, and the video assistant referee system is not in use in the Europa League group stage. Of course, that match ended goalless. But let's hear from that man talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
That's penalty 101 times out of 100. It's I could say it how many times this season now have we not got penalties. And same Arsenal, that's a 2-0 lead if we get that one. Now it's 1-0 win if you get that one. So of course it's frustrating. Nothing we can do about it, but it could have topped off a good performance against a very good team, beat Feyenoord 3-0 away from home just now, and we come here and we should have won.
While goalkeeper David De Gea spoke about the penalty incident and how it felt to play in a pitch that the team isn't familiar with.
Well, from my position it's difficult to see, but I think so. We asked Marcus, he said 100% it's a penalty, but I don't know, really, I didn't see it well from but probably it's a pen, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's always difficult because we are not used to playing these kind of pitches, but we're Man United, we need to be ready for any challenge. And I think today with all the conditions, with all the difficulties that the game gave to us, I think we did good and we fought until the end. And like I said, we keep the clean sheet, good point away from home, and we keep in the top of the group stage.
Elsewhere, teenage striker Gabriel Martinelli scored 2 goals and set up another to give Arsenal victory over Standard Liège in the Europa League. There was less than 3 minutes between the 18-year-old Brazilian's first and second goals, while teammate Joe Willock, who's 20-year-old, made it 3-0 before halftime. Martinelli, who joined for £6 million this summer, later set up Dani Ceballos for his first Arsenal goal. Arsenal sit top of Group F with 2 wins from 2 games. Over now to results of matches played yesterday. Of course, some of the results in Group A: Sevilla did defeat Apoel Nicosia by a lone goal to nothing, while Lugano played out a goalless draw with Dynamo Kiev, and Malmo also played out a 1-1 draw with FC Copenhagen. In Group C, Krasnodar lost at home to Getafe, and Trabzonspor, with Mikel Obi very much in the mix, played out a 2-2 draw with Basel. In Group D, PSV Eindhoven defeated Rosenborg 4-1 away from home, and Sporting CP also defeated LASK 2-1. Of course, in Group F, Arsenal defeated Standard Liège by 4-0, while Victoria lost at home to Eintracht Frankfurt 1-0. Feyenoord defeated FC Porto 2-0, while Young Boys also defeated Rangers by 2-1. CSK Moscow lost at home to Espanyol 2-0 and ended in favour of Espanyol, while in Group I, it was Saint Etienne who played out a 1-1 draw with Wolfsburg. Of course, in Group J, Istanbul Başakşehir played out a 1-1 draw with Borussia Mönchengladbach, and of course, Wolfsberger AC played out a 1-1 draw with Roma. Wolverhampton Wanderers picked up 3 points right there away from home as they defeated Besiktas right there in Istanbul, while SC Braga played out a 2-2 draw with Slovan Bratislava. And of course, AZ Alkmaar played out a goalless draw with Manchester United, and FC Astana played out lost at home to Partizan Belgrade 2-1. It ended. Over now to fixtures to expect this weekend across Europe's top 5 leagues of sport, beginning with the English Premier League, where on Saturday to be Brighton and Hove Albion up against Tottenham Hotspur. Burnley would host Everton at the Turf Moor. Liverpool would also lock horns with Leicester City, and Norwich City would lock horns with Aston Villa, while Watford will hope to get all 3 points when they entertain Sheffield United, while West Ham would face Crystal Palace. And on Sunday to be Arsenal up against Bournemouth at the Emirates, and of course Manchester City hosting Wolves, and Southampton will be doing battle with Chelsea by 2 p.m. on Sunday. Newcastle United will also face Manchester United. In the French League, Amiens will play with Marseille tonight, and of course on Saturday to be PSG up against Angers, Brest up against Metz, Dijon up against Strasbourg, Montpellier will face Monaco, Nantes will do battle with Nice, Toulouse would lock horns with Bordeaux, and of course on Sunday to be Victor Osimhen up against Nimes, Victor Osimhen's Lille up against Nimes, of course. Rennes will do battle with Reims, Saint-Etienne will face Lyon, and in the Bundesliga tonight, Hertha Berlin would lock horns with Fortuna Düsseldorf. And on Saturday to be Bayern Munich up against Hoffenheim, Freiburg doing battle with Borussia Dortmund, and of course Bayern Leverkusen locking horns with RB Leipzig, while SC Paderborn will face Mainz 05 and Schalke 04 will hope to get all 3 points when they face FC Cologne. On Sunday, Borussia Mönchengladbach will be playing at home to Augsburg, while Wolfsburg will also entertain Union Berlin, and Frankfurt will be playing at home to Werder Bremen. In the Spanish La Liga tonight, Real Betis will face Eibar, and of course on Saturday to be Leganes up against Levante, Real Madrid will host Granada, and Valencia will be up against Alaves. Osasuna will do battle with Villarreal, and on Sunday to be Mallorca up against Espanyol, Celta Vigo up against Athletic Bilbao, Valladolid versus Atletico Madrid, Real Sociedad will entertain Getafe, and at the Camp Nou it will see Barcelona up against Sevilla by 8 p.m. on Sunday. In the Italian Serie A tonight, Brescia would face Sassuolo, and on Saturday Spal will be up against Parma, Verona will be up against Sampdoria, Genoa will face AC Milan on Sunday to be Fiorentina up against Udinese, AS Roma up against Cagliari, Atalanta up against Lecce, Bologna up against Lazio, and Torino doing battle with Napoli, while the big one will see Inter Milan up against Juventus. That's the size of the package. But thank you so much for your time. My name is Victor Oriaye. The Sports Crew will be back after the news update at 3 for today's Sports Live. Until then, do well to keep it locked on this dial. Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
There is fire on the mountain, and nobody seems to...
Of course, it's your premium news talk and sports radio station, Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, and I'm right here in the studio with a gentleman, and of course, I'll give him the honor to introduce himself. Can we know you, sir?
Okay, my name is Mr. Precious Chisom Onyema.
Mr. Precious Chisom Onyema. Yes, we hear you. You're about to talk to us about something very important, so just let us know, what exactly is Forex?
Okay, Forex is the buying and selling of foreign currencies. When you say the word Forex, when you use the word Forex, it's just like a rise and fall of an economy. Okay, when you talk about buying, you're talking about an economy that is rising, that is buying. And when you talk about selling, an economy that is falling,
okay,
that is selling.
So you are into the Forex business?
Yes, I trade Forex.
You trade Forex?
Yes.
So you're here, of course, today to tell us about something in particular. Can we get to know about that?
Yes. I'm here precisely to talk about Winners Trading Global. Now, this is a platform that gives you the opportunity to learn how to trade Forex. Now, this is a platform that grooms you, that takes you by the hand and teach you how to trade, how to walk about this market, how to go about the Forex market, how to buy and sell, when to buy and sell. You understand? How to pick the quotes, how to pick the pairs in the Forex market, and what pair to pick at what particular time, at what given time. That is what we are all about. That is what we do.
Winners Trading
Global.
Winners Trading Global. Oh, okay. I think I'm already interested. But of course, so many persons don't really understand. They still don't fully understand what Forex is. Some persons feel Forex is sort of like a Ponzi scheme because you are putting in money and you're not doing anything, but your money is increasing. So is Forex really a Ponzi scheme, or what is the difference between Forex trading and Ponzi schemes that we see around?
Now, when you talk about Ponzi, what is Ponzi? What do they do? Now, what is Forex? Forex is the buying and selling of foreign currencies. That is the 4 and the X. Now, when you talk about foreign exchange. This is foreign exchange. What we do is, when you look at the Alhajis at presidential, what do they do? That is the black market part of it. You give them naira, they give you dollar, or you give them dollar, you give you naira. That's the same thing we do. Now, when we talk about the buy and sell here, you're not buying and looking for who to sell to. Neither are you selling and looking for who to buy from you. Now, you're looking at, let's say you're looking at the Euro USD. That is the most trading currency pair in the world. You understand? When you look at Euro USD, and let's say for this morning, Euro is buying, and I decide to join them in the queue and in the trend and buy, I make my profit.
Okay.
You understand?
No.
That is how your money grows.
Okay.
You understand? Now, what we are doing in Winners Trading Global is teaching you, taking you by the hands and telling you, see, hey, this is when to buy and this is when to sell.
Okay. So there are quite a lot of that. Let's say some strategies
that goes with it. Now we have the Harmony Scanner that teaches you when to buy and when to sell. It gives you precision entries: the buy, the sell, the stop loss, and the take profits.
Wow.
Take profits 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so at Winners Trading Global, what you do is to teach persons on the strategies to employ in the forex market.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. I think I'm already interested, because now it's one thing to be involved in forex and it's one thing to know your way
how to trade forex.
How to trade forex. Okay. Well, so many questions I tell you that I have for you, but tell us particularly more about your business, Winners Trading Global. How do we get involved? How do we be a part of it or no?
Now, we have a seminar tomorrow.
Okay.
The seminar tomorrow is going to take place at First Artillery. First, in between First and Second Artillery.
Okay.
You understand? Opposite the Samsung showroom, first floor of the building. First and Second Artillery, just after the NDLA building, opposite the Samsung showroom.
Okay.
That is the place.
You have a seminar and you'll be attending to persons, answering questions.
Answering questions, showing you our results, and you get to be convinced. You get to see what we are doing. Oh, I have an amazing result. I'm a student. I'm a living witness from this place.
I was just about to ask, are you involved? You of course, you would not be here if you aren't involved in forex trading.
I'm a living witness.
You're a living witness.
I'm a living witness.
And of course,
I'm a beneficial.
You
understand?
So it yields profits, massive profits.
Massive profits. You know, you grow your money little by little. You're seeing your money. You're seeing it work for you. That is what we do. That is what it's all about.
Okay.
Not sitting at home from the comfort of your home. From the comfort of your home, wherever you are. In the morning, you just wake up. You just wake up. Boom. There's profit. It's running in profit, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Okay. So what currency is trading forex with Winners Trading Global? Is it just the entire forex? What currencies do you guys trade in, or what you're doing is teaching persons how to effectively trade? And you said tomorrow there will be a seminar.
There will be a seminar tomorrow.
Okay.
There will be a seminar tomorrow by 4 p.m. Now, the venue for this seminar is in between First and Second Artillery.
Okay.
In between First and Second Artillery, just after the NZLA building. Opposite the Samsung showroom, first floor.
Okay.
That place. That is the venue. Now, the number to call, just text the word HI to 080.
Hi, like HI.
HI. Hi. HI. Hi. 080 3689 2360.
I think you should take it again.
Send the word hi to 080 3689 2360.
Okay. Hi to that number, and of course they will be reserving a seat specially for you. But tell us, is there any fee attached to this training, or is
it is absolutely free.
Wow.
It's absolutely free. Absolutely free.
So just come as you are. And who exactly should be involved in forex trading? Is this something that should just be for students, or just workers, or people all across different social strata and background, status, whatever? Everyone can be a part of this training.
Absolutely everybody. As long as you can read and write, as As long as you can manipulate through your smartphone, just come. The venue is open for you. Come and see for yourself.
Okay. So I know so many persons have quite a lot of questions about the forex market. Just to go back to the forex market, can you make us understand really? You said you are really not trading anything. You are just it's more of foreign exchange. So we call it forex trading, but nothing is being traded. Is that it?
No, something is being traded. Now you're trading currencies.
Okay. Trading currencies.
You get? See, now, okay, let me go down. There's trading war going on currently in the market. Now, the US government and the Chinese government, the US economy against the Chinese economy. Now, what is happening? There's a tug of war because the Huawei as a company is owned by the Chinese.
Okay.
Now, iPhone is owned by the Americans.
Okay.
Now, the American government arrested the CEO of Huawei, destroying so many products, destroying their phones. Now, this has been causing a whole lot of mayhem in the market. Now, what do? We capitalize in it.
Okay.
That is what we do. Now, wait for it. When the economy is falling, now, as of yesterday, there was a news release. What do? You sell. You make profits. You're not looking for who to buy from you. You're not looking for who to sell from. Okay. As long as they are selling, you join them to sell. As long as they are buying, you join them to buy. That is what Winners Trading Global does.
Okay. I know there's so many businesses like Winners Trading Global. So why exactly are you? What makes you better than your other competitions in the market?
No. This is it. Our result speaks. Absolutely.
Okay, that's simple. He says our results speaks, and that's what makes Winners Trading Global, of course, better than other forex businesses. Of course, other businesses that teach you how to trade in forex are better. Well, no problem. But for those that are wondering how to get started, would you also be putting them through how to get? I mean, for persons that are not even involved in the forex trading, maybe they want to know how to get started. Do they have to when they come to the conference, the seminar tomorrow?
That's why we are inviting them for the seminar tomorrow. The seminar is tomorrow.
So the seminar is not just for those who are already forex traders.
Exactly. It is absolutely for everybody. It's for everybody. What you have to do is just come with a smartphone. Just come with a smartphone, a laptop, a writing material. Come and see what we are doing.
Okay, so that's all you need to actually be.
Absolutely.
To be a forex trader, all you need is a smartphone or a laptop, and of course, Winners Trading Global will take care of the rest of it, letting you in on all the nitty gritty and of course, the strategy to employ for you to be a better forex trader. Can you let us know the phone numbers once more, so we could send that message for us to be a part of the seminar tomorrow?
Now, to get a seat reserved for you, just SMS the word HI, HI. So this number 080 36 89 2360.
080
36 89 2360.
Okay, to get of course, just SMS the number or the SMS HI to 080 36 89 2360. I take it again, SMS with the word HI, like HI, to 080 36 89 2360. Of course, the program will be located between 1st and 2nd Artillery, just after NDLEA. It is the building opposite Samsung showroom. It is the building opposite the Samsung showroom, and it's the first floor, with a mentoring session beginning by 4 p.m. tomorrow. So you have got to do well to be a part of it. And of course, It is absolutely free. So just come as you are, 4 p.m. tomorrow. Make it right there to 1st and 2nd Artillery right here in Port Harcourt. Just after NDLEA, it's between of course, the location is between 1st and 2nd Artillery. Just after NDLEA, a building opposite Samsung showroom, 1st floor. Of course, just ask for Winners Trading Global, and you get to know everything you need to know. The rest of the office is Winners Trading Global Resources. Of course, I just get to meet them, and they will let you in on all you need to know and the nitty-gritty and how to be a better Forex trader. Before we leave the studio, any last word for those persons that are still doubting in the how exactly does this work? I mean, we know we have a lot of Thomases right now, particularly in Nigeria, because of past experiences and all. How many persons, for those that are still doubting, what do you have to say to them for them to believe better or believe more, not just in Winners Trading Global, but also in the Forex business?
I just have to tell them that the world has moved on. The world has moved on.
Okay.
Now, gone are those days when you have to go to Bayelsa to look for crude.
Okay.
Now with your smartphone, you can trade crude. With your smartphone, you can trade gold.
Okay. So the world has moved on.
The world has moved on. Come on, get up from your slumbers. Come and let's teach you this thing. That is all we have to say. That is all I have to say.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. Of course, I'm here in the studio with
Mr. Precious Chisom Oyema.
Mr. Precious, and of course, he's from Winners Trading Global, and they will be holding a seminar tomorrow by 4 p.m. So do well to be a part of it. For them to reserve a seat for you, just tell us that number one more time. For them to reserve a seat, especially for you, SMS the word hi.
SMS the word hi. Hi to 080-3689-2306.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time on the show. Of course, it's still your premium talk, news, and sports radio station, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
She can't tell nobody till she makes the evening news. For there is fire on the mountain, and nobody seems to be on the run. Oh, there is fire on the mountain top, and no one is running.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.